today to do a tag video. I'm going to do the selfie tag. I was tagged by Hello Jerree, and okay, my ponytail's itching me. Okay, so I thought I would do it. Thank you for tagging me, Jerree. And I tag anyone watching this video. Most of the people she tagged are the same people I would have tagged. So yeah, let's get started. Now, a little disclaimer is I don't take very many selfies. I mean, once in a while, I'll do one and put it on Facebook, but my Instagram has not felt much love lately. And in fact, the other day we were at Starbucks and I was going to do a picture of myself with my Starbucks, and I just thought, well, I don't know. So I just took a picture of my cup. You know what? I'm not good at social media. I like reading about other people, but I never think anybody's cares what I do. I mean, it's boring. But anyway, I'm going to do the tag anyway. So it's called the selfie tag. Okay, number one. Oh my gosh, I should have looked at these pictures. I mean, I should have looked at these questions first. Oh, no, I didn't. I got my piece of paper. Okay, this is so funny. Well, it was to me. The other night, Scott and I were sitting in bed. He was reading. I was, of course, watching YouTube with my headphones, and I came across Jerree doing this tag. And so the very first question came up, and I was like, I don't know. So I started asking Scott the questions of either what he thought or what he thought I would think. We had tears by the end of this because we were laughing so hard because he was saying such crazy things. So I wrote down, I grabbed a piece of paper and I started writing down the things he was saying. And that's the answers I'm going to give you, okay? For most of them. Some of them it'll be me. I'll tell you who answered what. Okay, number one, he answered. What is your best physical feature? He said, of course, well, I like a lot of your physical features, but the one he likes best, he said, was my eyes. So there's the answer to number one. He thought it was my eyes. Number two, if you could visit anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Well, we both cracked up laughing in unison, and in unison we said Paris. Even though we've been so many times, we chose Paris. So Scott said, and I said, well, it says why. So here are the things we came up with together as the main reasons we would want to go there. It's peaceful. It's quiet. Very quiet. He said, and he said to me the other night, he said, I still think about, he said I think he was either in line, I think he was at the park. I don't remember where he was, but said he was right next to another woman. And she was talking on her cell phone, and he could not hear her. And it might have been the metro, and he was right next to her. I don't know what it is, but they are so quiet, and we both love that. It's a laid back, to me it's laid back there, but we do very laid back things usually, and it's also beautiful. So those are the reasons we would continue, again, to go back. Of a whole world, even all the places we haven't been that we want to go to the Amalfi Coast, we want to go to Tuscany, we would still go back to Paris. Okay. Number three, what do you need to feel better when you are sick? Okay, Scott answered this for me. He said, oh, I know, you need to be in bed with the door closed, but wanting everyone to cater to your every need. I guess that kind of fits. I guess that's kind of right. Number four, what one piece of advice would you give the youth of America and why? Scott cracked me up in this one. He said he would say to the youth of America, suck it up and pull your head out. That's what he says he would say. Because he said he thinks that a lot of the youth of today are weak, and they just don't know how to hang, and they don't know how to just deal with life as it comes. They just don't seem to, now their life, what they're dealing with is different, of course, than what we did at their age. But that's what my husband said. Get a grip and pull your head out. And I said that I would speak directly to young girls. And I would say, act like a lady and be a little more mysterious. As in, don't put all your stuff out for the universe on social media. So I would say, act like a lady and be mysterious. Okay, next. What animal do you think you are in a past life? Well, I knew immediately that my answer was cat, but I didn't say that to Scott. And so I said, okay, what animal do you think I was in a past life? And he said, and I quote, You are a royal house cat with its own pillow. I thought that was so funny. I don't know if y'all are thinking this is funny. You would have probably had to have been there, but yeah, he said I was a royal house cat with its own pillow. And I remember when I was little, I had the most beautiful calico cat. Seriously, I mean, I just have to say it's the prettiest cat that's ever lived. She was so beautiful, and she was so clean and persnickety and finicky, but you could take her and you could smell her fur up against your face, and she smelled literally like baby powder. She was so clean, and she would sit. This probably sounds gross to some of you, but we've pretty much figured out this is how things have to be. There was a guest bathroom downstairs in our home, in the home I grew up in, and she wouldn't drink water anywhere but out of the sink of that bathroom. Okay, now she wasn't allowed on the counters or the tables or anything in the house, but there she would sit by that sink and just wait. And someone would go by and go, oh, she's by the sink. And you'd put about 1 inch of water in the sink. You know, pull the stopper and fill it with water, about 1 inch. And she would drink, and then she would dip her paw in it and clean herself. I mean, and I remember as a little girl thinking, I wish I was a cat. She's got the life. She's fed. She lives in the house. If she wants to go kill a bird, we let her outside. I mean, it was crazy how lucky this cat was, and she was just beautiful. And so I know that I would want to come back or have been a cat, even though I don't believe in past lives. Okay, if you could travel back in time, what would you change? Now, I asked Scott that question about me. What did he think I would change? And he really couldn't think of anything. But then when I told him what I would change, he said, yeah, I can see that. He said, I have to agree with you 100%. What I would change is I would go back in time to the, now this, some people think this is a personal thing, like what would I change about my life? No, I'm talking about the world. What would I change? I would go back in time to when cell phones came out. Now, I wouldn't want them to continue to be big like they used to be, but just a plain cell phone. And I would stop it at the point where I would only have it where it made phone calls, okay? And that's where I would stop it. I would stop it at phone calls. I would not, if I had my choice, I would not have texting in the world, and I would certainly have no social media. I think it has changed everything, and I don't like it. And so I would go back in time and stop everything back then. I do like cell phones and the fact for the safety reason, but I wish it would just ring when someone was calling me and that was the end of the story. You know what I mean? So that's what I would go back in time and change. No social media and no texting and no, the phone not being an extension of ourselves. I don't like that. I really would also want to go back, even though I'm on YouTube, even though I like getting to know everybody, I would like to go back pre-computer, home computers, because I just think it's stealing our time and interfering with our family relationships, personal relationships. Okay. What do you like to do for fun on the weekends? I asked Scott that question, and immediately he said, lay around watching YouTube with my headphones on, blocking Scott out, which is okay with him. See what I mean about the computer? We do like to relax on the weekends, and when he watches football and stuff, I don't care at all if he watches football because I just sit on the couch with my headphones and kind of watch YouTube. We still talk and stuff. I usually only have one headphone on so I can hear him, but that's what we like to do on the weekends if we're not going to Disney or church or something. We will relax. Okay, next question. What is your biggest workplace pet peeve? Now, I have not been working very long, but I think people that complain about their job a lot, that's my pet peeve, because I'm like, well, just get a new job. If you hate it here so bad, why are you working here? You know, or people that just complain about every little thing. I mean, come on, get over yourself. It's fine. Next question. What wouldn't I be caught without? Right. I wouldn't be caught dead without what? And Scott said lipstick. I mean, what he meant by that was makeup. He knows that I don't leave the house without makeup. In the house, I don't care. But I don't leave the house without, I wouldn't be caught dead leaving the house without my makeup on. That's just me. That's just how I am. And number 10, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Now, he chose that I would want to be invisible. I don't know why he said that, but I would want to fly. And it would be because then I could just go anywhere I wanted, and we all know where I would fly to if I could fly. So I would like to be able to fly. I think that would be the best superpower of all. So that's the end of the selfie tag. I hope you enjoyed Scott's answers to these questions. And maybe one of these days, no, he'll never do it. He'll never do it. I was going to say one of these days maybe he'll do a video with me, but he was in one video from Disney, and then he was little snippets of him in a couple videos in Paris, but they were all after he'd had a little sip of wine, so he was fine with it. And when we got home, he goes, "Oh, I don't want to be on film." And I said, "It's too late." So anyway, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.